I'm your host J48 from the 48th century. Let's get right into this awesome review of Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is an open-world action role-playing game developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The sole objective of this game is to repel the invading Mongols and reconquer the lands that have been ravaged by them. You do this by recruiting allies from across the land and building an army that is large enough to fight off the Mongols once and for all. The game starts you off on one of the beaches of Tsushima, a large island located off the coast of Japan, where you prepare to battle the Mongol invaders as Jin Sakai, one of Tsushima's most reputable samurai warriors. After being brutally defeated by the Mongols on the beach, you set off on your adventure learning that in order to defeat this adversary, you must engage in a new form of fighting no matter how dishonorable it is. Ghost of Tsushima's gameplay feels like playing a non-fantasy version of Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor without the Nemesis system, while immersing you in the idea of being a stealthy ninja samurai. In this game's open world, you are a lone warrior with various enemies and animals roaming around that will attack you on sight, which is similar to how Shadow of Mordor's open world is set. The combat on the other hand differs greatly from Shadow of Mordor by granting you the ability to switch between different fighting stances and allowing you to parry incoming attacks, making you look like an actual samurai during fights. Additionally, the stealth in Ghost of Tsushima is well done because you are provided with an abundance of ninja tools, such as smoke bombs and shuriken knives, to use at your disposal, giving you a creative means of taking down or escaping enemies. There is a plethora of game content available in Ghost of Tsushima that will provide you with endless enjoyment and keep you engaged with the game's massive open world. For instance, you are able to complete side missions that have interesting plots, search for legendary gear, and even liberate the various fortresses and camps throughout the land of Tsushima, providing you with opportunities to learn unique skills that are useful when fighting enemies, obtain cool new weapons and armor that have special buffs, and have a fun experience overall, making the game content in Ghost of Tsushima entertaining and the gameplay experience exciting. The visuals for Ghost of Tsushima are a sight to behold and will not disappoint you, from the moment you start the prologue all the way to the end of the game. This game captivates you with jaw-dropping cinematics and gorgeous landscapes in the horizon. For example, when you complete Shinto shrines, you are presented with an amazing cinematic camera view of the shrine and everything around it, which makes the visuals for Ghost of Tsushima a breathtaking experience. Furthermore, these visuals can be enjoyed on both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 without any problems to the game's visual resolution, but are probably more enjoyable on the PlayStation 5 version. During my playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima, some of the things that stood out to me as a drawback of the game's overall experience were the exploration not feeling worthwhile and the game's combat system being restrictive. The exploration for Ghost of Tsushima was a bit of a letdown because I felt that every collectible item such as the various katanas and armors were just handed to me without any challenge at all. I felt this way because every time I tried to locate these items, I could just simply hit the pause button and use the guiding wings feature to lead me straight to the items without any problem. This made exploring Ghost of Tsushima's open world feel less rewarding and more like a chore when it came to locating the collectible items, which is why I felt that exploration was a drawback from my overall gameplay experience. Also, I felt that Ghost of Tsushima's combat system was a bit restrictive towards the way I was supposed to fight the various enemies I encountered throughout the game. For instance, when I fought against large groups of enemies, who used different fighting styles or weapons, the game would pause mid-fight and a pop-up would appear hinting for me to switch fighting stances. This was mildly frustrating because I couldn't continue the fight until I switched to whatever stance the game suggested for me and I lost the freedom to fight enemies the way I wanted to. Additionally, I scoured the game's options for a way to turn this feature off, but I was unable to, which is why I felt Ghost of Tsushima's restrictive combat system was a huge letdown. Overall, I had a great time playing Ghost of Tsushima despite some of the drawbacks I noticed with the game's restrictive combat system and effortless exploration. I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima's engaging storyline and side quest coupled with the game's exhilarating visuals, which greatly enhanced my immersion while playing. Also, the stealth in Ghost of Tsushima felt extremely immersive and I had a lot of fun ambushing enemies with bombs and other ninja tools. To conclude, I would score this game an 8 out of 10 and would recommend it to anyone who is a fan of games like Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor or the Assassin's Creed series. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. There will be more videos to come.